Cats, what's happening? It's a nice day. 52 degrees this morning when we got up. It's warming up now, probably closer to 70 right now. Would have been a great morning to go for a bike ride, and I had really thought about it long and hard. Problem was I didn't get very much sleep last night. I'm tired, and my head's real foggy, and I thought, man, I would love to go out riding today, but I just feel like, like I'm not all there, so I don't want to make any mistakes out on the road, and I thought it'd be better just to leave the bike sit this morning. Yeah, about 3 o'clock in the morning, my wife woke me up with some complications, so I had to deal with that and really didn't get back to bed. So anyway, I'm tired and not really fit to be riding today, so I'm just going to hold off on that. But I would like to discuss some of the costumes that are worn at Sturgis. Now, I'm not talking about the face masks, I did a video on that not too long ago. But if you've ever been to Sturgis or any rally, I'm sure you've noticed some of the most wildest forms of dress or costume that you've probably ever seen, or lack of costume. If you've gone to any of the saloons, the Broken Spoke, the Full Throttle, those kind of saloons, you'll notice there's a lot of scantily clad barmaids there. And you know the reason for that, sex sells. So the guy saddles up to the bar for a drink, and he's got some hot woman there in front of him wearing a thong and pasties or something very exposing. He could sit there and drink all day and be very content, and that's the whole purpose of it. Yeah, most of those places you go to, you're going to find that a lot of scantily clad women. But even out on the streets and in the campgrounds too, you'll see some wild outfits. In fact, even a lack of. I've actually seen at the campground on some of my experiences there people that were completely 100% naked. I myself could never see doing that, and I don't know how people have the guts to do that to nudists, I guess, They feel very comfortable with themselves, and they can walk around like that. And it's just kind of a strange thing, How do you walk up to a guy and chat when he's standing there butt naked, with his junk hanging out? It's like, yikes, I'm going the other way. And women the same, I've seen, well, you're going to see, in the campgrounds. Now, it's illegal to do out on the street. In fact, if a woman exposes her breasts out on the streets there in Sturgis, Deadwood, Spearfish, Hewlett, Wyoming, any of those places, and they get caught, there's a pretty hefty fine involved. I think the last time I had heard it was like a $500 fine for exposing your breasts if you're a woman. So, but you would see a lot of that in the private campgrounds where, there's no police force and you can pretty much do whatever you want. You won't see a lot of it, but you would not be surprised to see it, let me put it that way. If you've walked down the streets at Sturgis, or again, as I say, at any rally, you'll see the people wearing the outrageous outfits. Not everybody, but a lot of people like to dress up for this. Why do they dress up? I don't know. I guess it's for the amusement of others. Maybe they're making a statement. I don't know. As for myself, I'm just a black t-shirt and jeans guy. Always have been. That's all I'm ever going to be seen in. My ball cap, that's me. I'm not going to put on some weird outfit, some big helmet with horns on it or anything like that. But you do see a lot of that. There's these guys that, have the big wild horn helmets and crazy furry hats, among other clothing they may wear. And then you'll also see a lot of women sporting the chaps with their underpants or maybe a swimsuit bottom with the cheeks of their butt hanging out. As long as their butt's covered, you know, and they're walking down the street, that's fine. They just cannot expose those things in public. But you'll see a lot of that out on the sidewalk. And that's what makes it interesting. That's what I call people watching. It's like one of my favorite things to do there. In fact, when I was out there one year, I backed into the curb there, right downtown Sturgis. And I laid out on my bike. I put my bedroll up here, put my head up here, had my feet out on the tail light there, and I just kicked back and watched the people walk by on the sidewalk. I even had a reporter walk up and he said, "Can I take your picture and put it in the newspaper?" I said, "Absolutely, I don't care." And I never saw if that was posted or not, but that was pretty cool. And then I had a lot of people just stop to chit-chat with me, which was interesting. So, but in the case of doing that, boy, did I see some things. Just sitting there in one place and watching the people go back and forth. I've actually, since the rally's been over, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos of the rally, and then a lot of them, they're just walking down the street, walking down the sidewalk. So you can get your eyes full of some of that stuff. Now, the other thing that I always see when I'm out there is they got these t-shirt vendors set up everywhere. You can buy a t-shirt. You can buy 2 or 3 t-shirts for the price of one. You do have to be a little bit wary of those kind of sales. I fell tricked into that, and I ended up with 3 t-shirts, very cheap cotton polyester material. Once I got them home and washed them, they basically became belly shirts, you know. You've seen the biker wear his t-shirts clear up, you know, and his big old hairy belly hanging out. Yeah, I don't know, you know, most bikers do have a belly on them, or bikers my age anyways. You think they would make t-shirts a little bit longer for us. In fact, when I buy t-shirts, I try to make sure that it's like for a tall or a longer t-shirt, because so many of them are so short. But these vendor booths there at Sturgis, they're just like bottom of the line. You're going to throw them in the washing machine when you get home and wash them, and then they're going to shrink. You're going to find out they're going to be 2 sizes smaller than when you bought them. And basically, the ones that I bought, I wasn't even able to wear after I washed them because they shrunk up so bad. I mean, yeah, it was like a skin shirt. You know, it fit me so tight, and I'm not into that either. I like my clothes a little loose, you know. And as far as t-shirts go, there's such a wide variety of t-shirts out there, and a lot of these vendors sell these t-shirts that are very graphic or offensive. You'll see a lot of the F word thrown out there on t-shirts in very many derogatory ways. Just a lot of crude statements. Some of them are politically aimed. And it's not something you would wear anywhere else. I guess it's acceptable at a rally like that to wear something of that nature. But if you're going, I wouldn't even wear a shirt like that to Walmart here, you know. Some of them are just very, very crude, and yeah, you know, you'll get it. You buy the t-shirt, you spend a lot of money on it, and then you only wear it there the one time at the rally, and then the rest of the time it goes in a closet or in a drawer somewhere, because you just can't wear that thing everywhere. And really, is there laws about profanity, you know, wearing something profane out in public? I don't know. I never heard of that, but, you know, you might get in some trouble wearing that depending on where you go. I wouldn't want to find out one way or another. So, yeah, there's my chat for today. Just was reminiscing about some of the outfits that I've seen in the past there, or lack of outfits. And remembering good times out there at the rallies. So I hope you're all well. I hope nobody's getting sick and everybody's home safely. I hope to be able to enjoy some more riding before this season out. It's rolling into the end of August. Going to be really busy here starting tomorrow. We're up at like 3 a.m. because we got to go all the way to Cleveland. We got to be there by 7 a.m. for my wife's procedure. And after that, it's going to just be a whirlwind of events taking place with us. So keep us in your prayers. Like my video. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, and I will be more than happy to have you on board. Leave your comments down below, and until next time, cats, ride hard and die free.